Any comedian who's taken the stage knows the uncertainty of the spotlight. Will the crowd laugh? Will someone heckle? Or will they just sit there, unimpressed? Heather McMahan, a seasoned American comic, understood the stakes when she was hired as the first Emcee for the Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black. A fan of golf, she was thrilled, even though her husband, Jeff Daniels, thought it was a little insane to face thousands of energized, partisan New Yorkers at such a high-pressure event. McMahan was ready, until a single misstep turned her experience into a nightmare she'll remember for years. On Saturday morning, the Chant F.K.U. Rory erupted from the grandstands. McIlroy had already been targeted by fans on Friday, and the atmosphere was electric. Video shows McMahan did not start the chant, but she repeated it once into the microphone. The incident went viral, and McMahan ultimately chose not to return on Sunday. She personally apologized to McIlroy that same day, but the backlash online was relentless, with messages across both sides of the Atlantic. On her YouTube show, Absolutely Not, McMahan spent over 30 minutes recounting the chaos, her confusion, and the toxic energy she felt on the first tee. The Ryder Cup is feral. The fans were feral. It was a brutal environment, she said, opening with a half-joke to new listeners. You're probably a 55-year-old Irish man, and you're very angry with me right now, which you're allowed to be. McMahan described the build-up, the sunrise, the cheers, the first drives, and her initial attempts to get the crowd hyped positively. But the fans went fratty and intense, and she struggled to control them. When she repeated the chant, she immediately recognized her mistake. It was so foolish of me. As soon as I said that, I was like, I don't want any part of this, she said, turning to her producer and letting the DJ take over. Afterward, officials told her that while excitement was fine, negative chants directed at players were unacceptable. Still, McMahan faced harsh media and misogynistic commentary, often being unfairly blamed for the chaos. She stressed, I cannot control what 4,000 drunk men at 5 o'clock in the morning do. Lessons learned, she said, include understanding gig expectations more clearly. She thought she would conduct interviews and appear on broadcast, but was instead a glorified cheerleader. Despite the ordeal, McMahan is open to making amends humorously. She joked about a comedy tour in Ireland, even imagining soft clumps of butter thrown at her while fans yell, F.K.U. Heather, showing she can still find humor after a chaotic week at the Ryder Cup.